Sandra says I do, and we've got her monster rock that proves it. Hi, everybody. I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm Mark Steinis. That's not all. We have the gown, the guests, and the ring sheet made for her man.
We broke the news as it was happening. Now E.T. takes you so close to Sandra's ceremony, we almost got run over by the bride and groom. Sandra and Jesse's vows were exchanged here on the Folded Hills Ranch, deep in farm country north of Santa Barbara, California.
Behind me in that white tent is where Sandra Bullock, her friends, and family are celebrating her wedding.
The setting couldn't have been more romantic. Horses ran free on the 300-plus acre property as an idyllic California sunset illuminated her magic hour. Sandra wore a white dress and veil by Angel Sanchez.
The only thing she asked me was lace, ivory, and tulle. A romantic, feminine, classical.
The couple walked down the aisle to a taped aria of Costa Diva sung by Sandra's late mother, Helga. It was, sources say, the most touching moment of the entire ceremony. The Bullock sisters were busy before the wedding. Sandra learned metalwork and machined Jesse's ring out of stainless steel at his West Coast chopper shop. And Justine created the wedding cake. Jesse helped design Sandra's romantic wedding and engagement rings with the aid of celebrity jeweler Neil Lane.
The detail is beautiful, the fine filigree platinum, the tiny little diamonds that accent the two other stones, and just the way they're set next to each other.
Under the buzz of 4 helicopters, Sandra Bullock celebrated her wedding.
It wouldn't be a celebrity wedding without all those choppers. Stars included Regina King, seen here toasting Constance Marie, and Jamie Lee Curtis. William Shatner was there too and spoke only to E.T. about Sandra's walk down the aisle.
Everybody was celebrating it. We all danced the hora. I don't know why she would do that.
Shatner was being humorous since guests were actually told that it was Sandra's 41st birthday celebration at first.
She's 47 or 48 years old, and she doesn't show her age at all.
Like Britney and Jennifer Lopez, Sandra Bullock is the latest celebrity to invite people to a party that turns out to be her wedding.
And like their wedding, Sandra's had pushy paparazzi. One even got accosted on the property and was later questioned by security and escorted out.
Did you have a chance to see anything? Lou? A little after 8 o'clock, apparently after a member of the paparazzi had made his way onto the grounds, the gates were locked.
The location was so remote, even extra-long lenses didn't help the press.
That's a bridesmaid.
Actually, there were no bridesmaids and no wedding party. Sandra walked down a red and white carpet of rose petals leading out to a grove of trees where they exchanged vows out of sight from helicopters, which followed them from their hotel earlier.
Jesse and Sandra left the San Ysidro Ranch in his monster truck a little after 4. Camera, here we go. At nearly highway speed, a little after 5 p.m., Sandra and Jesse, in his off-road truck, came whizzing by us on their way down to Folded Hills Ranch to celebrate their marriage.
There it is. There's the truck.
Sandra wasn't seen in the front seat. It's believed she ducked down to avoid being spotted. The two were snapped getting into that truck on Friday night at the San Ysidro Ranch, accompanied by 2 of their dogs. The foursome spent the evening before the wedding at Montecito's exclusive resort.
At sunset, lined up single file, the wedding party made its way into the tent.
It was a country western wedding described as a hoedown theme on the invitations. The flowers were mostly wild and mixed with field grasses. Centerpieces were made out of barnwood and filled with dahlias, hydrangea, and white garden roses. Bales of hay decorated with horse blankets were used for seating, and lanterns hung from trees illuminated the night. Guests danced to bluegrass played by the band Cousin Lovers and dined on food described as good old home cooking. Sandra managed to keep her wedding a secret, but now all of Hollywood is buzzing about it.
Sandy Bullock, congratulations on your marriage, man. Forever, forever, forever stay together. Love from Jamie.
Happy matrimony, and don't worry, we won't be crashing your wedding.
The news made Sandra's 28 Days co-star Elizabeth Perkins emotional.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna start crying. Congratulations.
Sandra and E.T. and I have a long history. She made her debut on this show back in 1989.
And maybe someday I won't be a secretary.
Sandy's first big break was landing the TV sitcom Working Girl based on the hit film. And it was clear to me from the beginning Sandy was a different sort of starlet.
I have no juicy gossip. I'm the most boring person in the world.
But it was the mega hit Speed that made this terrific gal a bona fide movie star.
Everybody wants you for everything. Not really. No, I've been really lucky.
We need to find a man. We need a man in your life, Sandra.
No, I've got plenty. No. Oh, I'm fine. Nothing's missing.
Photo album time. This is one of my favorite pictures of Sandra. You and me in 1998 for Practical Magic. Congratulations, Sandy. We wish you and Jesse a lifetime of love and happiness. Now, stay where you are, because coming up later, Sandy's special ET interview about the death of her mother and the one piece of advice her mother gave you've got to hear.
It was a very sweet weekend for Johnny Depp. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory took a huge bite out of the weekend box office, melting the hearts of millions.
For Charlie and his factory, the biggest treat was coming in #1 with 55.4 million. And Johnny wowed fans at the movie's London premiere.
I just hope that for a period of time, my kiddies can be proud of the stuff, for a period of time that stuff that I did.
Jamie Foxx, Josh Lucas, and Jessica Biel were flying high at the premiere of their new movie, Stealth, opening July 29th.
I get a little turbulence. I'm like, woo!
So how did the Starfighter pilots get red carpet ready?
We did do a little switcheroo in that little changing room over there.
Joel Silver joined Natalie Portman at the annual comic book convention, Comic-Con. The producer and star were there to promote their new movie, V for Vendetta, the reason behind Natalie's once shaved head.
I think I'm gonna let it grow, but I mean, it takes so long that it'll be short for a while,
And action!
And yes, that is Charlize Theron with a machine gun and being thrown into space. She was at the convention to promote her sexy film Aeon Flux, where she plays an assassin 400 years in the future.
I worked as hard as I possibly could. I pushed my body as far as I possibly could.
And why her skin-tight costume couldn't be any sexier.
Well, certain things must be hidden.
If those stunts look risky, they were, and costly. Production was delayed for more than a month while Charlize recuperated from a neck injury. Tom Cruise's Scientology friends come to his defense. It started with a war of words over postpartum depression and treating problem children with drugs. Well, now, John Travolta, his wife Kelly Preston, and JAG's Catherine Bell have taken up the cause.
I think Tom is so cool for standing up for what he believes in.
Catherine's kept a low profile since JAG ended last season, but looking relaxed and with longer locks, she's back and speaking out to support her pal, Tom.
Thank you, Tom, for standing up and saying something about it, because it's a big issue and it's a hot issue.
Kelly agrees and told me this weekend while promoting Sky High, which opens July 29th, that Tom's got support even from non-Scientologists.
We've become a prescribed drug culture with millions of kids being prescribed these drugs.
Set the record straight. Is this something that Scientologists believe in, only Scientologists?
No.
Or is this a battle that's being fought on many different
All across the country, you have parents, groups, and organizations saying the same thing. You've got doctors all across the country of all different religions. It doesn't matter what your religion, what your beliefs, your creed. It makes no difference. This affects all of us.
And what a privilege it is to be here today.
We found her husband, John, at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, talking up the final frontier.
The space program must be supported.
At an event celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Apollo-Soyuz test project, John said the FDA was finally seeing things the way he and others have.
I support Kelly and Kirsty and Tom, and I applaud the FDA on their support of warning people about all this. So that's simple. That's my opinion.
While promoting her new sci-fi miniseries, The Triangle, Catherine echoed the same shocking statistics Kelly made news with when we reported them last week.
8 million school children are on psychiatric drugs starting from like preschool now.
All the mummies and babies are here.
It's fun.
With one young child of her own, Catherine knows the concern of parents firsthand.
So somebody has an unwanted behavior or they have a problem or they have depression, that's very real. But it's how we deal with it. Do you immediately give a drug for that? Is that the answer? Oh, let's do heroin or let's get drunk and forget about our problems. To me, that's the same. It's like, it has nothing to do with Scientology. It's like, how are we dealing with our problems today versus how we dealt with them 50 years ago?
Catherine is doing great keeping up with her 2-year-old Gemma, and you can look for The Triangle this December on the Sci-Fi Channel.
One of the happiest days in Sandra Bullock's life had to be mixed with some sadness. Her mother wasn't there to see her walk down the aisle. Tonight, Sandy's ET interview about the passing of her mother and the one piece of meaningful advice she left behind. It's our story from stage 28.
My mother always said, you know, be careful how a man drives with you in a car, because that's how he's going to drive with you in the relationship. And you know what? She's right on the money.
Sandra must love Jesse's driving. 5 years ago, she told Jan Carl of her mother Helga's advice, but a wedding day was not on her mind then. Her mom had died less than 3 months earlier. She lost her battle with cancer at age 63.
Since the last time we sat down, your mom passed away, and I'm so sorry. Thank you. I don't understand it still, and I'm not saying that I'm fine, and I'm not saying that I'm, you know, I'm okay, and I understand she's in a better place. You know, I'm glad she's not in pain, but I'm like, I'll go through my rage. You'll see me on the streets.
Sandra had begun work on Miss Congeniality, but when her mother's condition worsened, she left the Texas set to return to her side in Arlington, Virginia.
And I was lucky that I did what I did for a living, so I could leave, and my sister and I could be home. And we were home for like the last month.
Just 11 weeks later, she was back on the set.
Has it been helpful to then get busy or be busy? Yeah, I think helpful in a way. I don't know how healthy it is. What's even worse is that I think the more you push it off, when you do have the quiet moments, you know, it just sort of, life just isn't the same.
Helga, an opera singer, was at Sandra's wedding in spirit. A recording of one of her arias was played as part of the ceremony. Her mom's career persistence just might have been the key to Sandra's ambition.
It was hard for my mother's mother, you know, that my mother decided to do that because, you know, in Germany you have, you know, after the war, you struggle to make ends meet, and here my mother went off and decided to become, you know, an opera singer. And they're like, okay.
At the time, the loss gave her a new appreciation for life.
It does put everything else into clearer perspective. You know, you just, it makes life oddly sweet. You know, it just really makes it sweet, and the things that don't matter, you really are embarrassed that they ever mattered to begin with.
At the end, what mattered was helping her mom, who loved interior decorating. As a gift to Helga, Sandra completed the project that her mother had begun in her home.
I got it together like 2 days before she passed away, and we managed to carry her down, but I was like rearranging, designing, and it was just like, I became like Martha Stewart from hell.
For more about Sandra and her late mom, log on to ET Online, powered by Yahoo Entertainment. As a child, Sandy often performed in the children's chorus of whatever production her mother was in. That came in handy when she played an aspiring country singer in The Thing Called Love. Tomorrow, where Sandra and her new hubby went after their ceremony. Success.
Sandra Bullock becomes Mrs. Jesse James in a beautiful top-secret sunset wedding. Welcome to Access Hollywood. I'm Billy Bush. And before we get into all those exciting details, I'd like to welcome back another newlywed. Back at the show, Nancy O'Dell.
Thank you, Billy Bush.
Welcome, baby doll.
I missed you.
Hey,
but not too much, because I love my new husband. Yeah. Good to be back, especially to report on a wedding like this.
Well, I'm a one-man woman.
Miss Congeniality has found her man. 40-year-old Sandra Bullock married her 36-year-old biker boyfriend, Jesse James, Saturday in a surprise sunset ceremony here at the 334-acre Folded Hills Ranch, just north of Santa Barbara. The couple, who met in December of 2003, arrived in a giant red monster truck. Jesse was driving.
Hey, congratulations. I am so happy for both of them. I think it's wonderful.
I had the great joy of meeting her one night, and you know, my heart is in true pain right now.
I hope they have a great time, great life.
Sandra wanted the wedding to have a vintage Western barbecue feel. Exchanging vows before almost 300 friends and family, the couple walked down a red and white flower-filled aisle to a tape recording of Sandra's mom, an opera singer who passed away 5 years ago, singing the aria Casta Diva. No bridesmaids and no groomsmen. Sandra and Jesse stood at the altar with Sandra's sister, Gazina Prado, and Jesse's children from his previous marriages. Guests who were transported to the wedding by shuttle bus sat on haystacks covered with horse blankets.
How does a bad guy meet Miss Congeniality? How does that happen?
I don't know. Just got lucky.
Neil Lane helped the lucky groom design a vintage-inspired engagement ring with the theme of You and Me that had 2 intertwined diamonds and a diamond pave wedding band for his bride. Sandra made Jesse's wedding band herself out of stainless steel at Jesse's bike shop. Sandra wore a vintage lace gown designed by Angel Sanchez. Florist Cecilia Heffernan of Flower Hardware created her bouquet of deep red roses, chocolate brown dahlias, and cosmos tied with a leather strap. Celebrity guests included Sandra's former co-stars Hugh Grant, William Shatner, and Regina King, plus Jamie Lee Curtis. And on the groom's side, Metallica frontman James Hetfield. The reception was held in this tent where guests dined Southern style on fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and barbecued ribs, and danced to bluegrass music. Sandra's sister, Gazina, created the cake that had a bride and groom on a bicycle on top. Sandra was elated after the ceremony, telling Flora Cecilia she was, quote, so happy her day got pulled together as she dreamed it would be, and she was able to marry the man she loved so much in the style she wanted, end quote. And a close friend who talked to Jesse tells us Jesse is extremely happy, especially because the wedding was kept undercover. As he told Tony, he likes to keep his personal life for himself.
Just try to keep my personal life personal, you know, and that's, you know, it's a lot of work and a lot of planning and stuff like that, but that's, you know, exactly what it is. It's just personal.
And congratulations to 19-year-old Frankie Muniz, who got engaged this weekend to his girlfriend, Jamie. And a little bit later in the show, exclusive access to Sandra's wedding gown. But right now, let's go to Tim Vincent in New York City, who has discovered that Jude Law and Sienna Miller have hit a big bump on the road of love. Tim.
Nancy Law got divorced from his wife and the mother of his 3 children, Sadie Frost, in October 2003. He then immediately became involved with his Alfie co-star, who is now his fiancée. That should have been the end of the conversation, but today comes news that there's still something up in Law's love life.
Jude woke up yesterday to reports of him cheating on fiancée Sienna Miller with his former nanny, 26-year-old Daisy Wright, seen here with one of Jude's children. Now, often these reports are just rumours, apparently not this time. Jude immediately released this statement. I am deeply ashamed and upset that I've hurt Sienna and the people most close to us. I want to publicly apologise to Sienna and our respective families for the pain that I have caused. There is no defence for my actions, which I sincerely regret.
What's your name?
Alfie.
Sienna Miller. Gorgeous. Now, there's a twinkle in your eye there that I noticed.
Really? It was on the set of Alfie that Jude first met his future fiancée, Sienna. Fresh off his divorce from ex-wife Sadie Frost, Jude ironically played a womanizing bachelor, and Sienna was one of his many bachelorettes.
Alfie. Alfie. Alfie.
Is it kind of funny watching him do that?
No, God, I can't stop saying it would be. You've got to be able to separate between the two.
And after just 7 months of engagement, there is no word on whether the couple will stay together.
This weekend, Jessica Biel, Josh Lucas, and Jamie Foxx rolled out a few $100 million worth of hardware to introduce their high-flying thriller Stealth, but only after Jamie made it through a mid-air scare of his own.
So why was your flight? Did you get your lightning? What happened?
No, we actually, the hydraulics went out on our plane.
In the air?
Yeah, so we had to land in Dallas and then switch planes, but we made it here in one piece.
Scary moments on a private plane for the Oscar winner while he was en route from the Florida set of Miami Vice to San Diego, where he was scheduled to promote his new movie, Stealth, a film in which he ironically plays a Navy pilot.
Are you nervous at all?
Little tight.
But that didn't stop Foxx from getting right back on the horse, and this time a much faster, way more powerful one, as Jamie and his Stealth co-stars Jessica Biel and Josh Lucas made a grand entrance aboard 3 F-18 fighter jets.
I wanted to actually land on top of something, you know what I'm saying? But we had to pull over and drive it up.
What was your speed?
We was going about carry the one. I can't really give you, that's classified.
You know, no roller coaster, no drop can prepare you for that sort of intensity, that sort of power.
While the boys tried to claim it really was them up there taking a joyride.
How do you deal with that?
Huge quantities of Dramamine.
Liar, notice the guilty look on the fellas' faces. So we got Jessica to confess.
We didn't actually fly, so we just kind of took a little easy stroll along the runway, and here we are.
Very tricky folks, however, they are actors. Also in San Diego this weekend, Comic-Con, where movie studios use everything they can to catch comic and sci-fi fans' attention, including cameos from gorgeous actresses like Charlize Theron, who spoke for the first time about her scary onset injury.
I misstepped and I hurt myself, and then you kind of get up and dust yourself off and go on.
Yes, she did go on. Still, it wasn't quite that simple. Charlize's mishap during a wire-hanging action sequence for Aeon Flux left her in a neck brace and out of action for over a month.
When I went back to the film 6 weeks later, I made it very clear to everybody that if I was going to continue making this film, that it had to be the same way.
That meant going back and continuing to push the physical limits. And it appears it was worth the pain, as Charlize, as well as Underworld Evolution's Kate Beckinsale, with director-husband Lynn Weissman, Ghostwriter's Eva Mendes, and V for Vendetta's Natalie Portman got the rock star treatment.
I don't think I've ever been called a rock star before. That's cool.
Yep, they got it from the Comic-Con crowd, whose devotion to comics and sci-fi can only be described as serious.
I don't know whether I'll be such a rock star if I'm just in my jeans. I think 98% of it is having a shiny black bottom.
Go!
Yeah, the black bottom is a nice touch, but more important at this gathering may be the bottom line. With 100,000 fans eager to spread the word, the studios are there in force. And hey, where else could Tony Potts get to straddle the $100,000 Hell Cycle bike from the upcoming Ghost Rider and hang with Eva Mendes?
It's Comic-Con, it's crazy, oh my God.
I'm getting married tomorrow. I have non-refundable tickets to Hawaii, and I cannot make myself leave this room.
Who would have guessed both forces of nature stars would end up having secret weddings in the same summer? And now, just because a wedding is quiet, well, it doesn't mean it wasn't carefully planned. Case in point, Sandra's dress. It's a bridal fashion fix we're happy to have.
A couture gown, a very, very expensive gown, and she paid for it.
But the classic elegance came with a country twist.
She wore cowboy boots, too.
Ellie Warren, spokesperson for designer Angel Sanchez, says the gown guru wasn't thrilled with Sandra's shoe choice until he saw them.
They were like satin, like ivory satin cowboy boots. And she put them on and she's like, you still don't like them on, honey? He's like, no, I love them, because it was like perfect for her.
As was the dress. Here, Angel adds the finishing touches and poses with his ivory custom design.
She said she wanted something really romantic, and she loved tulle, and she loved lace.
And obviously, Sandra's desires were accommodated for somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000. Sanchez, who has designed evening wear for Beyonce, Cameron Diaz, and Elizabeth Hurley, has experience with dressing Sandra.
Because I'm the only one who looked half decent in a bikini and wasn't on maternity leave.
She modeled his pink creation in Miss Congeniality.
The veil was a long, kind of like one piece, just piece of tulle veil.
But neither the dress nor the wedding was a last-minute decision.
They called about 3.5 months ago. It's been in the works. It's been a secret that we've had to hold for a long time.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It was a weekend wedding in the Wild Wild West.
Yes, it was. Sandra Bullock married Jesse James. Now Jerry Pinicoli has every secret from the surprise I-dos.
Sandra Bullock and her Monster Garage boyfriend, Jesse James, shocked friends Saturday with a secret wedding ceremony. And now Extra can give you all the details. 3 different posh Santa Barbara hotels were overflowing with a guest list said to include Keanu Reeves, Hugh Grant, Constance Marie, William Shatner, and Regina King for what was supposed to be a barbecue. But it was all a decoy, according to People Magazine senior editor Jess Cagle.
Shuttles took them up to a ranch, and they all sat around and they were having cocktails. And then around 8 p.m., close to sunset, they were told there's going to be a ceremony. Everybody was ushered out to a kind of grove of trees where this very, very low-key ceremony was held.
A sentimental Sandra chose to walk down the aisle to an aria sung by her late opera singer mother. The speed star stayed hidden from any cameras, but we can reveal the dress she wore, this simple ivory and lace creation from Angel Sanchez, according to marketing director Ellie Warren.
So the veil and the dress were Angel's, but she put her own spin on it and wore vintage 40s satin cowboy boots.
As for the groom, Extra spotted him arriving in a red monster truck, of course, for the nuptials, which had a hoedown theme.
The bouquets on the tables were made out of old barnwood.
And guests danced to a bluegrass band, as well as records spun by Ellen's TV DJ Tony Okungbawa, while Sandra's own sister made the wedding cake.
It was a great carrot cake. There were 270 individual carrot cakes made for the guests as well.
So what about the rock? Well, Sandra is sporting an antique wedding band from Neil Lane today, while hubby Jesse has slipped on a Bullock original.
She actually made his ring herself. She learned how to machine the metal, and she machined his ring in his motorcycle shop.
Yes, it seems Sandy was full of surprises.
Now, from love and marriage to lies and betrayal, Jude Law is admitting he cheated on his fiancée, Sienna Miller, but is their wedding on or off?
How could a man ever choose to settle down with just one?
He played the ultimate philanderer in Alfie. Now it's Jude Law's shocking confession. He reportedly cheated on his Alfie co-star and fiancée, Sienna Miller, with his 26-year-old babysitter, Daisy Wright, seen here on location with Jude in Louisiana. Today, Jude is publicly apologizing to his fiancée, saying, quote, "I am deeply ashamed and upset that I have hurt Sienna. There is no defense for my actions, which I sincerely regret."
What made him admit it is that the nanny went public with her diaries to a British newspaper. She told the whole story.
Ben Whitcomb of the New York Daily News tells Extra Jude was allegedly busted by one of his own kids he had with ex Sadie Frost,
who walked in on him and the nanny and then went home and told his mother.
The bombshell scandal has put a dark cloud over the future of Jude and Sienna, one of Hollywood's most glamorous couples.
It never mean to hurt anybody. You should do, Alfie.
When Alfie was released last fall, New York Magazine posed the question, Jude, cat about town? Are you a cat about town?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
And Sienna told our Tanika Ray Jude has little in common with his Alfie's womanizing ways.
I think he's got Alfie's charm. I hope he doesn't have, no, I know he doesn't have the rest of it. Thank goodness.
Now Sienna may be rethinking those words. One report claims Jude and Sienna have now split.
I'm already gone.
Sienna has been spotted in public without her engagement ring.
Here she is over the weekend with her big rock. Here she was this morning without it. And Jude's nanny gate comes just after settling his messy divorce with his ex-wife.
From
Charlize Theron is back in action and talking about a dangerous stunt that went horribly wrong. Our John Kelly's got Charlize's first interview about her near tragedy on the set.
With a wild new do and a sexy skin-tight suit, Charlize Theron's waging war against an evil regime, and Extras got your first look at her new sci-fi thriller, Ian Flux.
Roll cameras, please.
Marker. Based on the MTV cartoon, the futuristic film was featured at the big comic book convention down in San Diego called Comic-Con, where I hung out with the stunning Oscar winner, catching her by surprise.
Hi! Oh my God, I'm like, who's the tall, handsome man next to me?
You're always the showstopper.
Oh, thank you.
Good boy. What can fans expect from your new flick? Because it sounds like it's going to be hot.
It's gonna be hot, baby.
Action!
It sounds so cliche, but it's a smart action film. It really is. I almost broke my neck for it, so it's really good action.
Now, how serious was the injury? Give people an idea of what happened.
Well, I slipped doing a backhand spring, and I landed with all of my body weight on my neck, and I herniated a disc.
The freak accident that made headlines around the world happened while on location in Germany, and just 10 days into shooting, production ground to a halt. Charlize returned to her home in Malibu, where worried doctors put her through serious rehab.
Physiotherapy and cortisone treatments and, you know, all that good stuff.
And somehow just 8 weeks after her life-threatening fall, she was back on the Ian Flux set.
I realized how lucky I was.
And back in that sexy black suit.
In the cartoon, the characters, you know, wearing a G-string and 2 tussles. Couldn't do that.
Did you ever consider that?
Oh, God, no. I wouldn't want to put people through that.
I think there's a lot of guys out there that would actually pay to see that, so.
Well, you know, maybe the sequel, we'll think about it.
Hey, you know, I love dogs, but too bad for me. Diane Lane's only looking for a dog lover on screen. Jerry Penacoli made a date and got personal with the beautiful Ms. Lane.
I'm Diane Lane.
And I'm Jerry Penacoli, and this is little Oscar Jack Penacoli.
And we have a tip for you.
Must love dogs.
And we do.
Mate shopping. Yeah, it's kind of like going online to buy a pair of pants, except there's going to be a guy in them.
Drop-dead gorgeous Diane Lane is back on the big screen, and this time she's looking for love online in her new romantic comedy,
Must Love Dogs.
Co-starring John Cusack, Dermot Mulroney, and good pal Elizabeth Perkins.
To play sisters with your best friend, I mean, it doesn't get more fun.
In real life, Diane's happily married to actor Josh Brolin, but when I sat down with the Oscar-nominated actress, I just had to ask,
would you have ever tried internet dating?
It seems like a lot of fun.
What 3 qualities would you look for?
Humor, loyalty, and being a responsible person.
Diane also celebrated a milestone birthday earlier this year.
Shall I say it?
Oh, go for it. I've been waiting a decade.
The big 4-0?
Yeah.
While yoga keeps this Hollywood goddess looking fabulous at 40, Diane also admits she owes her good looks to her mom, a former Playboy centerfold.
My mom is a gorgeous lady, and I'm her only offspring, and
I got it all, so thanks, Mom.
Must Love Dogs hits theaters July 29th.
Love affairs,
And now the very public and nasty battle between British stars Jude Law and Sienna Miller. They got engaged last year, but that all changed when the star admitted to an affair with his kid's nanny. Can their relationship survive? And how is Jude's ex-wife involved? Jude's fling began when one of his children visited him on a movie location in March. The nanny, Daisy Wright, accompanied the child and stayed in the house Jude had rented.
The nanny went to a rock concert with Jude Law and one of their kids, and later that night they had some wine, and one thing led to another.
The scandal is all over the new issue of Us magazine, which hit stands Friday. The affair ended in April, but the nanny went public about it now since she says it's led to her being fired by Jude's ex-wife, Sadie Frost.
Sadie confronted the nanny, who denied it at first, but eventually, like a house of cards, it all came down.
Other intimate details include how Jude initially seduced Daisy with wine and romantic music, then brought her back to his bedroom. They were interrupted the next morning when Jude's child discovered them in bed together, a revelation which did not sit well with Regis and Kelly today.
So if I was the ex-wife, I'd fire her too.
Well, now,
Then I'd have him assassinated.
In addition to his ex-wife, Jude had to answer to his fiancée, Sienna Miller, who was reportedly devastated by the news and is not talking to Jude right now.
Everything happened so quickly.
Jude and Sienna met while filming Alfie, which stars Jude as a man who makes a sport of seducing women. When that movie was released last October, Sienna told me that there's a world of difference between the character and the leading man.
I'm thrilled that Jude is not like Alfie. I can categorically tell you that he isn't.
The pair dated for over a year before Jude proposed to Sienna on December 25th, 2004.
Maybe it was simply a mutual, desperate desire to have ourselves a merry little Christmas.
Yesterday, the Oscar-nominated actor admitted to the affair and regretted his actions. In a statement, he said, quote, "I am deeply ashamed and upset that I've hurt Sienna and the people most close to us. I want to publicly apologize to Sienna and our respective families for the pain that I have caused."
Don't worry. I'm already gone.
Apologies aside, sources say that Sienna has called off the wedding and is unsure whether she and Jude have a future together. Now, both have movies in the works. Jude is finishing up a drama about a thief called Breaking and Entering, and ironically, Sienna's next film is with Heath Ledger as Casanova.
Those stories in a moment, but first, one day after Jude Law publicly apologized for his infidelity, has Sienna Miller called off her 7-month engagement to the actor.
Is the wedding off? British tabloids say yes, but Sienna Miller's spokesperson today would not confirm or deny that the engagement is off. But one thing is for sure, Sienna's $35,000 diamond ring was nowhere in sight following Jude's very public apology yesterday when she arrived for work at a London theater and was surrounded by the press. Jude's affair with his kid's nanny, 26-year-old Daisy Wright, according to Daisy, began in March while filming All the King's Men in New Orleans. Daisy claims she was fired after one of the kids reportedly told their mom and Jude's ex-wife, Sadie Frost, they had found their dad asleep in bed with a nanny. So will the scandal affect Jude's career?
Jude Law sleeping with the nanny will not affect his career.
Marketing guru and CNBC host Donnie Deutsch says no and credits Jude's speedy apology with maximum damage control.
He actually handled it brilliantly. You know, 101 crisis management, get in front of it. I made a mistake. I feel terrible. I don't know if there were any tears when he said, "I'm sorry." Here's a bizarre irony. It will put him on the front page of the tabloids. It will increase his celebrity.
But it's not over yet. Nanny Daisy apparently has sold her story. Yep, she kept a journal to a London tabloid. Oh, well, also no stranger.
Now let's turn to 4 people who have one thing in common. Pam and Tommy, Paris Hilton, and now Colin Farrell. All stars of sex videos they did not want released. Let's be honest, some didn't want them released. And for a guy who's so open about everything in his life, you might be surprised how concerned Colin is about a tape getting out. Colin's complaints, breach of oral contract and invasion of privacy, amongst other things, in the lawsuit filed against Nicole Narain yesterday.
Strap me in very good, please.
Meet the woman who bedded Farrell and is now willing to show it off. A former playmate and aspiring actress, the 30-year-old has walked a tightrope on Fear Factor and had a small part in Entourage.
Why don't you join us? Because I'm working, Turtle.
Today, as Colin's lawyer asked a judge to prevent Nicole from releasing the video, Colin was docked on the set of Miami Vice in Florida.
Hammerheads and dangerous bull sharks. But it's the cold waters off Northern California, home to the great white, which chill the bones. Jessica Alba had an encounter of her own with American sharks while shooting her upcoming film, Into the Blue, in Florida.
They're not aggressive. It's the tiger sharks you need to worry about.
It's terrifying. Sharks are scary, and I worked with them. I played a shark wrangler, and I was freaked out every day.
What's up, everybody? It's the footage Colin Farrell doesn't want you to see.
An intimate tape the Irish bad boy made with a beautiful model.
Tonight, Extra has more on Colin's sex tape scandal.
Sex, lies, and videotape. That's what Hollywood hunk Colin Farrell is facing tonight, as a former lover is trying to release a secret sex tape they made together. Farrell has filed court papers to stop this woman, former Playboy playmate Nicole Narain, from releasing a 15-minute video they made 2.5 years ago. Colin's never been shy about bearing all on camera.
Well, it's no big deal. It's only a shot, and trust me, it ain't nothing to write home about.
He told Extra about his full frontal nude shot that got cut from his recent film, A Home at the End of the World.
The film is 3 inches shorter.
He may have been joking then, but he's not laughing tonight. In the lawsuit obtained by Extra, Colin claims breach of an oral contract and invasion of privacy. So who's the woman allegedly trying to cash in on Colin? Nicole Narain was Miss January 2002 and even revealed her dream guide during this Extra exclusive interview.
Sense of humor, cleanliness, and they have a job.
Apparently, bringing a video camera doesn't hurt your chances either. Narain, who has appeared in Playboy films and this edition of Fear Factor in 2002, just had a small role on the HBO hit Entourage and was mingling with some major sports celebs last week at an ESPY Awards pre-party at the mansion. Tonight, Colin's accusations may be scaring off any potential suitors. The Alexander star is fighting to prevent Nicole or any of her associates from releasing the video, and he's seeking an unspecified amount of money. Nicole had no comment when Extra contacted her today. As for Colin, it seems he'll do his talking in court.
Well, from Irish bad boy Colin to British bad boy Jude Law, Extra has new details tonight about Jude's cheating scandal with the nanny. Jerry Pinicoli has all the shockers.
Jude Law woke up to screaming worldwide headlines, and now Extra has the inside story of Law's dangerous liaison with his kid's nanny that may have ruined his wedding plans to Alfie co-star Sienna Miller. Law's fiancée bravely went on stage Monday night for a London performance of As You Like It. According to published reports, Sienna kept her composure until the curtain call when tears began to well up. After the show, she was spotted leaving, covered up by a blanket and a handler.
One source told us that the wedding is absolutely 100% off.
Us Weekly senior editor Bradley Jacobs gave us the breaking news on this story. He tells us Miller has left Law's home, distraught that he's admitted having an affair with the nanny while engaged to Sienna. He was also reportedly found out by one of his own children.
One of our reporters spoke with Sienna's mother, who told us that Sienna's very angry right now, she wants to be alone, and that they haven't even heard from Jude.
We're also learning explosive new information about Law's affair with the nanny, Daisy Wright, who kept a diary. In a tell-all interview with a London paper, she reveals the fling lasted about a month. She even shares intimate bedroom secrets, saying, quote, "When we had sex, he made me feel so wonderful." She claims Jude first seduced her one night after a concert, pouring wine and playing music. I then said, "Well, Jude, you have been a naughty boy." He put his hands in his head and said, "I know, I know." Law has apologized for the affair, saying he is ashamed and upset by his behavior. He and first wife Sadie Frost divorced 2 years ago. At the time, the legal reason she cited for the split was unreasonable behavior.
Bad News Bears are back up at bat, and Howard Stern goes from the king of all media to the king of bling. Let's go star sighting. It's Howard Stern's hot summer night in the Hamptons.
Hey, Extra, what's up?
I could care less what's up with Extra.
Of course, the king of all media was joking as he stepped up to Extra's mic for this rare TV appearance with gorgeous model girlfriend Beth Ostrowski.
Howard! Honey!
Howard and Beth were celebrating her hot new cover shoot for Jason Ben's Hamptons magazine, as well as beautiful Beth's 33rd birthday.
Happy birthday to Beth. After all, what is more important to this nation than Beth's birthday? All of America celebrates Beth's birthday
He's
today.
drunk.
I had a few drinks, but I'm fine.
Beth whispered to Extra that she and Howard had a private celebration at home before they hit the party. She also showed us the dazzling gifts he gave her.
This ring, this necklace, these earrings, and some private things as well.
Okay.
He's such a romantic.
The stars of Bad News Bears got a...
She's the talk of the TV talk world.
Supermodel Tyra Banks is getting ready to debut her new talk show.
And our John Kelly got a peek at what she's got up her sleeve.
Hey, what's up, Extra? I'm Tyra Banks with exclusive details about my new talk show.
She's a world-famous supermodel hoping to become one of America's famous talk show hosts.
This is like a true dream come true.
Extras behind the scenes as the Tyra Banks Show gears up for this fall.
My format is going to be pretty much focusing on real people. Just everyday people with everyday problems. And every now and then we'll throw in a celebrity.
And Tyra's going straight to some high-powered celebrities to get advice.
Jay Leno told me, don't forget to keep it funny, even if you have a heavy topic. Oprah told me I'm going to be more tired and crazy than I've ever been in my life. She goes, oh, you think you're a famous supermodel? This is a whole different world. And Diane Sawyer just wished me the best luck.
And as luck would have it, the Victoria's Secret model gets a chance to showcase her #1 fan, with guest appearances by her mother.
I like that a lot. So I'll get you some of that. Okay.
Who Extra followed on a shopping spree.
She raised me and made me the woman that I am today. And, you know, she's hilarious. She's thought-provoking.
For the record, the Tyra Banks Show will have the most unique set in talk show history.
There's a runway built into my stage, and I'm going to come out on that runway every single day.
And for a bonus, she's also planning to let some real women from the audience strut their stuff. If you have one of those real stories Tyra's talking about, she wants to hear from you. Just log on to her website at tyrashow.com.
Jude Law's fiancée goes back to work, but she's not wearing that engagement ring. Jude's very public affair with his kid's nanny has been devastating for Sienna Miller, but E.T. was there as she returned to the London stage. Sienna Miller returned to the spotlight today by just showing up for work. She arrived at London's Wyndham Theatre, not wearing her engagement ring, to resume her role in a production of Shakespeare's As You Like It. This is not the first time Sienna has performed since the news broke about Jude's affair with his children's nanny. Sienna last took the stage Monday night, where she reportedly broke down in tears after receiving an outpouring of support from the audience. Leaving the theater, though, she hid under a towel and made a mad dash from the photographers.
Guys, move out of the way, please.
sorry.
Come on. Keep moving.
But on Tuesday, ticket holders were told that Sienna was being replaced by an understudy. The newest People magazine, which hit stands Friday, reveals that the theater management encouraged Sienna to take the night off. Meanwhile, Sienna's mother is also facing the public and has lashed out against Jude, saying, quote, Sienna is probably too angry for tears at the moment. Never in a million years would I have suspected that he would do that to my daughter. Jude's ex-wife, however, is keeping quiet. Sadie Frost, who fired the nanny after learning of the affair, now says, I'm just trying to stay out of it and protect my children the best I can.
You're taken.
You kissed me.
What are you, 12?
Jude had a similar situation in last year's movie Closer, in which he has affairs with both Julia Roberts and Natalie Portman. And though Jude has been reportedly begging Sienna for forgiveness, he told us while promoting Closer that he's not the type to pressure her forever.
No one wants to live with somebody who doesn't want to live with them. You know, you don't want to force someone to be with you.
In happier...
Starts July 29th.
Lara Flynn Boyle is making a comeback on TV with a sexy new look. After the rumors about her weight, Lara is talking about her fabulous figure and finding love.
I like that. I like looking like a girl and playing with the boys.
Lara's rolling the dice on Las Vegas, joining the NBC series as the wealthy and sexy owner of the show's casino.
I love Vegas, but I don't gamble, and I'm really bad with cards, and so I figured this is the only time that I've been lucky in Vegas. Okay, so I suppose I can't fire you for providing completely disagreeable advice.
Lara's return ends the 2-year absence from network TV that followed her dismissal from the practice after 6 seasons with the show. She says the job couldn't have come at a better time.
They always think you loaded with money. I'm like, Hey, I'm paying my bills. I got a mortgage. I'm not just spewing out cash here.
Today, the 35-year-old star looks radiant and healthy. 2 years ago, her weight drew much attention and concern, especially at the 2003 Golden Globe Awards. But weight remains something she prefers not to discuss.
I'm so tired. We'd give it way too much publicity.
But she's happy to show her body off for Las Vegas.
My cleavage. Bet you didn't know I had those. I don't. I do here. Just can't breathe, but that's okay. I use a lot of tape. A lot of tape takes place.
But Lara says finding love is tough. Her on and off affair with Jack Nicholson is in the past, and so is last summer's romance with singer Jaron Lowenstein.
I want someone to lead me. You go to these events, and anyone that looks at you or any potential romantic interest coming from someone, I just want to cut to the chase and say, look, I'm really going to let you down, because what you're seeing, this took hours, and this would not be with what you're waking up with in the morning.
You can make a day with Lara for September 19th when Las Vegas returns to NBC. For more, try your luck at ET Online, powered by Yahoo Entertainment. And what about romance on the show? Lara says somewhere down the line she will be locking lips with someone. She just doesn't know who yet.
Just nonstop.
It's been 2 days since Jude Law apologized for cheating on his fiancée, Sienna Miller. And there's still no official word about whether or not their engagement is still on. As we wait for that answer, Tim Vincent is tracking their whereabouts.
A smiling Sienna Miller showed up for work today at a theatre in London. This following last night's cancellation, where this note was left at the box office announcing the 23-year-old's understudy would perform instead. On Monday, following Jude's public apology admitting his affair with his children's nanny, Daisy Wright, Sienna bravely performed, receiving a standing ovation, then reportedly left the stage in tears. Also today, Jude, who's lying low, showed up for work on the set of his new movie, Breaking and Entering, in London. And the Fleet Street tabloids are having a field day with this, reporting Jude and Sienna secretly met face-to-face Monday after the scandal broke, but so far no word on a reconciliation.
And despite plenty of...
Okay, 1, 2, 3!
Happy 26 Petra, the tsunami survivor, was back in supermodel shape, wearing a Mark Bauer mini and sky-high stilettos, no limp or even a scar in sight.
I feel very thankful for everything, and I feel blessed to be here.
Her sister Olga, along with Donald and his wife Melania, were among the well-wishers at New York's Soho Grand. She also launched her disaster relief fund, Happy Hearts, and revealed her future modeling plans.
If I do some jobs, it has to be connected either to give a message to people or help children or help Happy Hearts Fund.
No shock here, Dancing with the...
Well, they're the most talked about exes in the world right now, Jude Law and Sienna Miller. Now, Extra has new details on the cheating scandal that may have destroyed their wedding plans. Heartbroken, betrayed, and now in hiding. The big question tonight is, where's Sienna? The actress has been on stage in a London performance of As You Like It, but last night theater goers were greeted by this sign. Sienna Miller was a no-show.
She failed to make an appearance at all yesterday, Tuesday, although the theater has promised she'll be back on tonight.
New York Daily News columnist Ben Whitcomb tells Extra the actress is reportedly in the countryside trying to sort things out after her fiancé Jude Law admitted to having an affair with his children's nanny. But late today, we spotted the actress arriving at the theater for tonight's show.
This is a complete drag.
Jude and Sienna's love story began when they met on the set of the movie Alfie. We've learned the Oscar-nominated actor is not going to give up on his fiancée without a fight.
Friends of Jude Law have been telling London newspapers he's trying to get her back. They say he's inconsolable.
Will Jude be able to win Sienna back? Friends have reported she poured over Jude's public apology and it made her feel a little bit better. But the last time we saw the 23-year-old beauty Monday night, her engagement ring was nowhere to be seen.
Romance rumors are still...
Is there a sigh of relief coming from the set of Miami Vice? Yes, there is. A judge sided with Irish bad boy Colin Farrell, who's starring in Vice, and issued a temporary restraining order against Nicole Narain, the former Playboy pinup who's been peddling a sex video of an intimate encounter she and Colin had when they were dating. Narain is prohibited from selling, displaying, or distributing the 15-minute video until Colin's lawsuit against his former flame is resolved.
There's rumor control. She's the supermodel who cheated death in the Asian tsunami. Now in my extra exclusive interview, Petra Nemcova reveals how the tragedy not only changed her, but inspired her new mission. Oh, it's so nice to see you. 3 times because she's full of love. Supermodel Petra Nemcova has come a long way since that devastating tsunami hit.
I can't even believe that it's 7 months already. It seemed just not long ago.
Now this amazing survivor is coming straight to Extra.
Lots of exciting things happening, so I'm very happy.
She opened up about her new outlook on life and life after the tragic loss of boyfriend photographer Simon Attlee.
Do you ever get signs from him that he's still with you?
Yes, I do get signs, and he's always connected to me. I've lost the love of my life, but now I live for both of us.
Petra spent several challenging months recovering from a shattered pelvis, learning how to walk all over again.
Are you completely healed now physically?
About 98–99%. Every day was a new challenge to be able to just sit down or to move my legs.
You just recently went back to Thailand.
Yes, it was very hard experience because the place over there, I couldn't recognize it.
Really?
The whole landscape has changed and it looks like a cemetery.
Now Petra is reaching out to other victims, the over 1,200 orphaned children.
The hardest thing was to see this blank look in the eyes of those children.
So she created the charity Happy Hearts Fund to rebuild schools and dormitories.
The second thing, which I find very important as well, is to help emotionally and psychologically to bring those stars back in their eyes.
Today the stars are certainly back in Petra's eyes.
If you want more information or if you'd like to make a donation to Petra's Happy Hearts Fund, just go to our website. We're at extratv.com.
On Fox.
Well, of course, Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are hysterical in Wedding Crashers. One of their co-stars is also getting big laughs. Tanika Ray hooked up with the scene-stealing girlfriend.
She couples up with Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers. Now Isla Fisher is revealing secrets from the set.
Hello, Extra. I always knew my first time would be on a beach.
First time?
Playing Vince Vaughn's obsessively possessive new girlfriend. Isla Fisher is the breakout star of this summer's comedy hit, Wedding Crashers.
Don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Because I'd find you.
But in real life, she's a laid-back, beer-drinking Australian surfer girl who surprisingly studied scary movies to create the lovably wacky bridesmaid, Gloria.
I watched Fatal Attraction, for example, just to see, like, a woman who was, you know, quite possessed by a man.
I'm terrified of this broad.
There you are!
Hey!
The scary thing is that girls have come up to me on the street and said, I love Gloria, I really relate to her, you know, I'm exactly the same as her.
They should
admit
like,
to that. Whoa, get me out of here then. We're gonna be so happy together.
A few other interesting facts about Isla. She starred in the long-running Australian soap opera Home and Away. She's written 2 best-selling novels, and she's engaged to English comic Sacha Baron Cohen, best known for his character, Ali G.
Yo, this is me on. Respect it.
Did you end up practicing Gloria in front of him before you filmed it?
I would have been a bit scared to do that.
Oh, really?
Well, no, but she's such a crazy character. Oh, I'm gonna run it by my dad.
Don't ask you that. Don't
Catch her in Wedding Crashers and find out why everybody loves Isla.
Now the
Housewives are back on the market, or shall we say in the market. And our Kevin Frazier found out when the girls go shopping, boy, they've got only one thing on their mind.
She really wants to fight over the boy.
Let's just talk about who gets the guy in this commercial, though, okay?
I've got to give him up every once in a while.
Yes, Marsha lands the man in her new TV spot with Nicolette, but that's not what has them all fired up. So, why are the Housewives so desperate for a drink?
It's new, 7 Up Plus, and it's got calcium.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you laugh at me, it does.
Do you want to go ahead and taste that? Go ahead and taste. Tell me how is that 7 Up? Don't mess up the lipstick.
Honest to God, it's delicious.
The ad is for the all-new taste of 7-Up Plus, so it was easy for the ladies to stay in character.
Edie would definitely choose cherry. Yeah. Brie, island fruit.
Now that's all fine, but what in the world were they thinking when picking my flavor?
You should have mixed berry, because I think you're one of those.
Wow, why would you throw me under the bus like that?
Maybe Nicolette needs to lay off the liquid.
What's in this stuff? Sir, what is in this stuff?
It's good. It's really good.
Okay, Nicolette, I see how it is. I bet you her bottle was spiked anyway. Hey, you'll be able to check out the finished commercial in September. It premieres around the same time as the new season of Desperate Housewives.
Jennifer. Access. Hollywood's strong reaction to Jude Law's Dance with the Nanny. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Access Hollywood. I'm Nancy O'Dell.
Thank you, Nanny. I'm Billy Bush, and last night, the premiere of Hustle and Flow drew a huge guest list. They thought they were going to talk about the movie. We wanted to talk about the nanny, and so we all came to an agreement.
Don't try to lead me around to that one.
Will Smith wasn't touching it, but Chris Rock, well...
All my babysitters are 400 pounds.
Has to be. You know. Don't play that.
Hollywood couples react to Jude Law's affair with his children's now former nanny while engaged to actress Sienna Miller. And Sienna's mom let Jude have it in the Daily Mail. She says he's, quote, so stupid he's a bloody idiot. And you can quote me on that. Some men just can't keep it in their trousers. What do you think? Here's the poll. Should Sienna stay with Jude? Your choices? Yes, no, or hell no. Log on to AccessHollywood.com. Now to Eager Eva. At last night's Hustle and Flow premiere, Eva Longoria and her boyfriend, San Antonio Spur Tony Parker, took their romance to a premiere for the first time. Posing for photogs, holding hands, the couple just returned from a trip to China together. And Regina...
Well, across the landscape of history, there are men and there are legends. And now a legend has passed away. Jerry Thomas, the inventor of the TV dinner.
Jerry Thomas froze his first meal back in 1954, and now that he's gone, Salisbury steak will never taste the same.
Smart thinking. No chance of an unbalanced meal for this pair.
It was an idea born out of necessity, a way for Swansons to unload a surplus of turkey. Jerry Thomas thought freezing individual dinners in compartmentalized metal trays might be the way to do it.
They said, but that's a neat tray. And we think that women might buy it just to put their buttons in.
But the TV dinner was an instant hit, and by 1999, when Thomas was immortalized in cement on Hollywood Boulevard, Swanson was selling more than 3 million frozen meals a week, and they owe it all to Jerry Thomas, who has passed away at age 83. And in Jerry's honor, which was your favorite TV dinner? And you know we all have one.
Your delicious choices are turkey with gravy, the mouth-watering fried chicken.
That was my favorite.
And, of course, Salisbury steak.
Go to AccessHollywood.com and vote with your heart.
We will defrost the results tomorrow.
Firm, NBC next Thursday, 9/8 Central.
Not everyone gets a happy ending.
The Housewives left us all hanging when the season ended, and now that they're back to work, we go to the source for clues on season 2.
Let me ask you a question. Did you go, or or
I went,
Really?
I concur with Marsha. So I would say that the first episode definitely maintains, if not beats, the quality of the other shows.
And when we last left Wisteria Lane, the neighborhood was in disarray.
Rex passed away about 10 minutes ago.
So I went straight to the mastermind behind TV's guilty pleasure, executive producer Mark Cherry. Can you give us a little taste? Is Rex really dead?
Rex is dead. I can tell you, Rex is dead.
Is there a lot of death coming up? I mean,
Wisteria Lane is a dangerous place to be, so I would imagine there will be a death coming up in about, 5 or 6 episodes.
Who is the father of Eva's baby?
I'm not putting a car seat in my Maserati.
I'm not telling you that.
Come on.
Nice try, though.
But
Good,
how
good
many
for
options?
you trying.
Is it an A, B, or is it an A, B, C, or D? I mean,
Oh, no.
How many?
No, Gabrielle slept around a little bit, but not that much.
Also, Tom decides to be a stay-at-home dad while he sends his wife, Lynette, back to work. How does it, what kind of drama do we have there? Hot moms at the PTA?
We've got a story coming up where she actually has to take the baby on a job interview. Her new boss is going to be Jolie Fisher, so we're excited about that.
And Mark was also among those excited over Dancing with the Stars' Kelly Monaco. Could she be making a move from General Hospital to the desperate suburbs?
I understand that you were sort of smitten, taken by her a little bit, and there's perhaps a place for her in the show?
I thought she did an amazing job dancing on that big finale and stuff, and I think she's great.
Are there things in the works to see you on Wisteria Lane, my friend?
We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see. I can't say anything. I'm sworn to secrecy.
So by saying that, then we can assume that you might be.
You can assume whatever you want to assume. I said we'll see.